Hi everyone, Arnold Van Dyke here, Director of Tax Services with Tax Audit, where we help you resolve your IRS problems. So today we'll be discussing your options if you disagree with an IRS deficiency or IRS determination. What are your options as far as disputing an IRS determination outside of the IRS? We generally speaking this comes up either after you've been audited or if you disagree with an IRS collection action. We'll discuss audits first. If you get audited by the IRS, if you're an individual, then after the examination, you would have the right to either administratively appeal a case, and let's say you continue to disagree with the IRS after appeals, you then will have the option of filing a petition with the US Tax Court. Alternatively, you can also pay the balance that you disagree with and file a claim for refund within the IRS. And if they continue to disallow your claim for refund, you can file suit in the federal district court that you in the area in the district that you live in. So the two options really to appeal a case outside of the IRS is by going to tax court or paying the balance and filing a federal refund suit. We'll discuss tax court since most taxpayers choose to dispute a case in tax court. So a tax court case generally starts with a tax court petition. It needs to be filed in response to an IRS notice of deficiency that is issued, and you generally have 90 days from the date the notice of deficiency is issued to file that petition with tax court. If you live outside of the US, then you have 150 days from the date of the notice of deficiency to file a petition with tax court. The actual petition form can be found on the tax court website, www.ustaxcourt.gov. The petition itself is fairly simple. You need to first state what your petition is based on, whether it's on a notice of deficiency, whether an IRS collection action, notice of determination, or disallowance of interest or other action. Then you would need to state the facts that you disagree with on the IRS deficiency, and then state what you have to support your case. You also need to choose a place of trial, and since tax court's a traveling court, they have locations all over the country that you can choose from. Now, once your tax court petition is filed with tax court, the IRS will get served a receipt of petition, and the IRS generally has 60 days from receipt of petition to file an IRS answer with tax court. The answer will, generally speaking, be very vague, and it will generally just state things that the IRS disagrees with your petition based on lack of sufficient information. Once the IRS answer is filed, IRS Chief Counsel Office will review if your case has been previously assigned to IRS Appeals Office, and if not, the case will then be assigned to IRS Appeals. If it has previously gone through administrative appeals, then IRS Counsel will review the case itself. Tax court follows the rules of federal civil procedure, but most tax court cases are fairly informal. The discovery is fairly informal. You can generally ask the IRS for their lead sheets, and the IRS will generally just informally ask you for your documentation that you have to prove your case. If you're unable to settle the case with either appeals or IRS counsel's office, the tax court will set a trial date, and they will also tell you to file a pre-trial memorandum at least 2 weeks before the trial date. And then if by the trial date your case is still unsettled, the case will go to trial, and the tax court judge will decide how the case should be resolved. In tax court, you can either choose in the deficiency proceeding, you can choose either to have the case heard under the small case procedures, which is generally more informal and you do not have rights to appeal it to a higher court, or through regular procedures, which will allow you to go to the Court of Appeals if you disagree with the tax court's decision. So those are the procedures that you can follow if you are disputing an IRS notice of deficiency through an IRS audit. As previously stated, if you disagree with an IRS collection action and you filed a timely request for a collection due process hearing, and you still disagree with the IRS Appeals Office's determination, you can then file a petition with tax court as well. And after the IRS issues a notice of determination, you have 30 days to file that tax court petition after the notice of determination is issued. In collection actions, the standard that the IRS generally, the standard that tax court generally uses to determine in whose favor to rule is whether the IRS abused the discretion in determining the collection action. So the stacks or the cards are already stacked against the taxpayer as far as trying tax court or trying to persuade a judge to rule in favor of the taxpayer if you lost your decision in IRS appeals. You have to show that the IRS appeals officer abused their discretion in ruling for the collection action. So that's a little primer on tax court cases and tax court proceedings. If you have any questions on tax court cases or your personal tax debt, feel free to contact us or visit our website. Thank you.